Personally, I think parents being friends with their kids is important because my mom is an example, right? So she, she has been a friend to me. She has she has believed in me in certain situations. I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that she acted as a friend, I wouldn't have been able to vent to her.
So you have made my head big, right? Go me, go me. Yes. As an individual, parenting, parenting is um, parenting is a tedious job. It doesn't come with a manual because our children are different. So the method I may use for him will not work out for his sister. But then also, most parents don't see it like that. They feel they are the final authority. They make decisions without considering how their wards or children feel. And for me, being my children's friend has been my trump card. I'm able to get them to vent whatever their issues are. I follow them literally, even to the classroom, by finding out what their day has been like in school. From nursery right to uni, I try to understand them. At times, if the topics are something we can discuss, we discuss. And I my children don't call me mommy. They call me by my name. Either you hear them call mommy. Theo, for one, would address me as mommy. But the moment, no, when she needs something, you hear her say mommy. And on a regular, Mona. And that is how we flow. You wouldn't even know who is the mother or who is the daughter, or most people think they are my younger siblings. And I think parents should learn how to be friends with their kids. Let your children's friends be your friends. And by so doing, you are able to avoid a lot of things, a lot of vices that your children may have acquired by distancing yourself from them. And you have a smooth sailing.
It is crucial because even as a friend to your child, there are certain things your child opening up to you about it is sometimes scary. But imagine being an authoritative parent, a dictator to your child. Do you think your child will be able to open up to you about certain things? Because at the end is
So continue.
hey.
Hey.
So you see, I have friends on campus, right? They come around and they are like, "Oh, Luther King, me pay team, you know. Hey, so can you take it home? Does your mom know you braid your hair? Does your mom know you do this, you do that?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, my mom does. She actually does. My mom actually supports me. Sometimes she fans my hair." And then they're like, "Wow, really, your mom?" I'm like, "Yeah, my mom is actually my friend." And it sounds unrealistic because I hear them have conversations with their moms and I hear a lot of pacho, yes, mommy. Like, it is so authoritative. It's like an employee talking to an employer. And I feel like it shouldn't be so. As a parent, your child is supposed to be your friend. I don't know why we think there's supposed to be a sense of authority don't get me wrong. I mean, as a parent, you should know how to straighten your child, but not as a dictator. You see, I'm always grateful for my mom because there are certain things I have grown to realize. There are certain paths I have taken, and then this woman is actually okay with it, and then I'm like, "Ish." Sometimes I honestly get scared, like, so all this, and then I don't make it in life. Like, she's my friend, she doesn't push me around, but yet parents feel like if they push their kids to do this, if they distance themselves from their kids, that is when their kids will feel like, oh, I need to do this to impress dad, I need to do this to impress mom. But being your child's friend, see, sometimes it gets scary because you look back and then you realize the number of things your parent has given you the liberty to do, and you go back and you're like, you really have to make this woman proud, you really have to make it in life because you owe that woman or that man a lot. And you don't get that by being a distant parent or an authoritative parent. See, I have friends who have authoritative parents, and then they're like, when I'm able to complete uni, I am done with my parents, like I am moving out, I am doing this, I am doing that. They feel like they're under a certain kind of bondage living with their parents, and I feel like it shouldn't be so. Being with your parents shouldn't be choking. It should be free. Honestly, that is what I feel like. Being your child's friend, parents out there, it is very crucial to the relationship.
You see, we have different types of leadership styles. Same applies to parenting. But I have had a lot more children come closer to me and tell me about their problems because it's not that they don't have parents, but I seem to understand them better than their parents do. And so aside my biological children, I have a lot of children around me. They talk to me about relationships, they talk to me about education, career paths, and all that. Even work challenges, I get people coming to me and trying to get my opinion on how they should deal with the issues. So I think parents of today should try and be involving in whatever their children or their wards do. Being involving doesn't mean that you are losing your authority as a parent, no. But then it helps you build a bond that can't easily be penetrated by, let's say, by an outsider. Because if that bond is there, no matter what an outsider will come and tell your child, trying to convince him to be wayward or trying something else, the person will not succeed. Actually, the person will not succeed. So I think we have to look at the different parenting styles, and especially today in our contemporary world where you have a lot of information on the internet, information is easily accessible. You may not know what your child is reading. Okay, I have a general friend, and he was surprised to hear that I discuss sex with my children. I was like, look, I can't bring myself to terms sitting with my son and talk about sex. It sounds kind of weird. And so he was like, look, you're doing really well because I can't do it. And yes, it's because that parent-child bond is there, but that is where it is. You have limited yourself to that. You haven't gone beyond being your friends, a friend to your child. That is why you find it difficult having such discussions with your child. So I think moving forward, yes, the system is kind of stressful. You have to go and win bread for the family, but also let's take about 15 or 20 minutes of our time to get to know our children better. Let's know what they can do, what are their strengths, how well we can encourage them. Let's play, let's chat with them, and I think we will be able to bring up good children, or responsible adults. Yes, let me put it that way. We'll be able to bring up responsible adults who will not shy away from their children or anything. As the saying goes, charity begins at home. So if you become a friend to your child, it will help your child share love outside amongst his or her friends, and it will give us it will make a better society.
This is just a tip. As a parent, don't think you know your kid 100%.
No.
There's always that 20 or 15 or 10% you don't know about your kid.
Yeah, that's
whatever
that's
it is.
Their observation. Yes.
Yes. Don't. And kids, please, don't be convinced to let your parents know you are 100%. Keep that 10% from them, please.
Yeah, man.
Please.
Okay, so they should keep the 10%. I think knowing 90% of my child is a plus for me. So keeping the 10% to yourself, yes, you always. I mean, once in a while, something has to surprise you. Something should shock you. So keeping the 10% to yourself, and then making me shocked
The
once
hunter
in a while
doesn't tell his
cool.
secret.
Exactly, I agree with you. High five. What's with me?